love that.
I know. I laugh every time.
I love it every time.
I do too.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday, 11/11 on the couch. I am just so happy to see you all here because Linda G is live right now.
Oh, no.
I know. I didn't tell you guys before.
Hang on. I'll put a stop to that. Yeah, right. Girl, get off.
Girl. Yeah. All right. So thank you, Mimi. So Mimi knows the drill. She's already putting questions in. So awesome. So if you're new here, which welcome and thank you for choosing us this morning when there's so many beautiful choices out there.
Yeah.
To hang out with us today. Welcome. So put your prayer requests in. And we star those for the end, and also any questions, and we star those, and we'll dive in through those. So look at us, you guys. Lisa's in the middle of a big move. Hi, Starseed.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Sonja is just doing life.
Now I'm getting ready to become a empty nester again.
Right. You're making.
I'm moving my child.
And this is my last weekend here.
Yeah.
In that house. Yeah. So lots of little shifts. And I'm getting ready for the 2-week trip to San Diego, which I'm still be working. So you'll still see me. But of course, if you guys remember last time I was at my mom, she always comes walking in and talks to me like I'm not on the live stream.
It's adorable. Honey,
what do you want for dinner tonight?
I'm live, Mom. Knock it off.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, Mama. So we'll see how all that goes, And I'm in the playroom, so there's toys and everything behind me and whatnot. So
fun.
Yeah.
That's good energy.
Yeah. Good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, Starseed, lots of shifts going on.
Yes, gosh.
Thank you, Mimi. And a lot's going on in our world. And I love that we literally have 40 people here right now. I really thought we'd maybe have 15. So with Linda live. So
no worries.
We're happy. Ooh, 44. That's a good number.
It's going to keep going up.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So a lot of things happening this week, and I know you guys have been busy, so you might not have been keeping up. But in regards to Trumpy and all his shenanigans coming to the surface, just like we have been reading and getting every Sunday for.
I had a dream about Trumpy.
Okay, tell us the dream, Lisa.
I think I had a dream. I was like at the White House. I'm not kidding, because I kind of caught a glimpse of myself. I think I was a guy, or I was just a hip chick. It was wearing a tie. I was wearing a tie.
I love it.
And the whole thing.
It.
And I was walking around. Huh?
Were you Secret Service?
I don't know, but I was walking around, but I knew everybody. Even people I didn't recognize, they knew me. So I'm like walking through the halls and talking and stuff like that. But I knew it was a Trumpy situation because there was somebody that was telling me about how pissed off he was about what was going on and everything. And I'm like, well, that's his problem, not ours. And there's like all this detail that, I won't take up the whole time talking about it.
Oh, yes,
I had a White House
fascinating.
No, it's fascinating.
I was totally inserted in the situation where it's like the water cooler talk of what's happening. It was what it was like. So it was weird.
And so they're saying he's angry about this whole situation.
He's angry. He's got a secret attorney that nobody knows about that he's going to. There was something about Melania is trying to help him financially. I don't know. Can she do that? And there was something about
where's Melania from?
Oh, I forget. I can't remember.
I'm sure somebody out there knows.
She's Russian, right?
I don't think Russian. It's something else.
Yeah.
Like Czechoslovakian or something.
Slovakian?
maybe. Yeah.
So Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, those were the highlights that I got. But it was weird. It was weird. It was wild.
But that's actually pretty cool.
Terry said you were
super cool. I like my little outfit. I was dapper.
I love a woman in a tie. I mean,
hey, how you doing?
How you doing? She's Slovenian. Okay, so you guys got that right.
Okay.
Terry says, Lisa, you were remote viewing, like in your
Maybe
getting
so.
an in on that. That's
it was pretty
really
realistic.
cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. I'm just curious because when you said Melania was helping him with money, I just went to her country that's helping him with financially somehow, or was helping him with something.
Yeah, she's supporting him with something in my dream.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good intel there. I was reading today that the state TV in Russia that's run and controlled by Putin literally said the documents sought during the raid of Trump's estate, which they claim had to do with the newest nuclear weapons. Mm-hmm. This is what they're saying on their TV. The newest nuclear weapons developed by U.S. and they gleefully implied that Moscow has already seen them. Seen the paperwork.
Oh boy.
How terrifying is that?
Terrifying and interesting that they are they trying to take Trump down, or you know what I mean? Because that's just like there's another nail in the coffin there.
I'm especially interested in the fact, if I've got this right, that he helped increase the penalty for taking documents, secret documents, when he was all up Hillary's butt. And now here he is in that position, and he might have to actually do the time.
Right.
Yeah.
He might have to do time for something that he reinforced.
It's still unbelievable to me, though, with all this evidence, how the supporters still find a way to twist it around.
Yeah.
Now they're saying, oh, no, that stuff was planted. And there was another one that they're saying. And I'm just like, really? Like, why? Like, but why would people go through that much trouble? And everything doesn't even line up to what you're saying. So
the grift is working. Yeah, he has managed to still get everybody on board with him. Mm-hmm. You know, poor pitiful 45. The world is picking on me. He's like the Make America Great martyr now. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, good one.
He's just such a victim. He's the sacrificial lamb. You know, it's like, whatever, man. No, you're not that important.
So Susie says the government now is busy moving all their spies, bombs, and secret installations. Yeah, because who knows what the F he shared. Mm-hmm. And so they have to, you know.
I mean, it goes back to, can we get some actual requirements of what it means to become the president of the United States? Like, come on, people. You apply for a job, you have to have certain qualifications.
I think you need a real education too.
I've had jobs with a more strict background check and personality exam, and he, just slid right in there, right? I don't know.
Right in, and now look at all this reckless behavior because you didn't do your due diligence of hiring this person to be the president of the United States.
Right.
Well, and that's ridiculous. That is because America tried so hard to find somebody who is not Barack Obama. Yes, I've said it again. I think I've said that once before online.
Yeah, and that's true.
Tried to find everything that Barack was not.
Exact opposite.
Yeah,
and he did that. He was successful.
His timing was perfect to follow Barack. Mm-hmm.
Well, now he's trying to say that Barack Obama took documents to Chicago, and they're like, first of all, it wasn't him that did that. It was whoever's the team or whatever for that transition. They took the documents, and everything that they took was not confidential information. They were just documents. So,
Right.
but it had nothing to do with him. So now he's trying to create and spin this whole story
Of course
and
he
put it
is.
on Barack Obama. And it's just
It's like, worry about yourself, dude. You
It's
know,
confounding how
quit
they come up
hating so much.
Yeah.
He is so jelly.
So jelly.
It's so confounding how they come up with these crazy stories.
Yes.
And Sheila, hi Sheila.
Oh, hi, Sheila.
Sheila's coming over later. I'm cooking salmon and asparagus.
Ooh, look at you.
I know, Lisa. Do you
Where's my bag to pack?
I'm coming back.
I'm good now. I know how to get there.
Right?
That sounds great.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We should have some fun. All right.
Yeah.
And speaking about the crazy stories that come up here, there's another one I want to share before we dive into these questions. So keep your questions coming. I'm starring them. And remember to put, Marvita, shoot, I forgot the capers. Darn it. So remember to see how I
Squirrel.
remember to put your prayer requests in, because we star those too for the end. Okay. Oh my gosh, Marie.
Marie. Oh, her second
crispy cookie.
Ooh, Marie's walking on the wild side.
Walking on the wild side with that going on. So the other story I wanted to talk about today is our dear Marjorie Taylor Greene. And one of her latest things that she's come out with, I'm not shocked anymore, really, about what comes out of her mouth and the amazing things she comes up with in her mind. And this is where I come back to, I feel like you need a certain amount of education before you run our country. It confounds me. I feel like you need more than a high school GED or education to run our country. I'm not saying she might have a degree of something, but I'm talking she needs a real degree. Anyway, I think people who run our country, I don't think that y'all need to go to college. I'm just saying, if you're going to run the country, you need some education.
Yeah.
some foundation or
Something.
life experience. Anything.
Yeah, and CC, yes, teachers can't teach without showing credentials. Do you know what it takes for me to be a psychologist, a therapist? We have to document over 3,000 hours, up to 5,000 hours, depending on the degree and what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
You have to document those hours, pay someone to supervise those hours, and the hoops you have to go through, and then you have to sit for to get the license. You have to sit for I feel like it's like like this.
Free bird for president.
Yeah.
Like, test. Yeah. Most people don't pass the first time.
Right.
And like Marie said, psych tests. Let's get psych tests.
You gotta get the psych test for sure.
Same thing with getting a gun, right? Like two major things to be the president and gun control. Like there should be background checks. There should be psych tests, because these are two very important things that we need people in the right frame of mind to be dealing with. And it's ridiculous. Oh, I'm going to put my question in there too.
Put your question in there. Yeah, so here's her latest. I went on a little diverse thing. I went a little bit, whatever. I went different. I got sidetracked there, but I just had to say, it just confounds me who can sit and run our country. I
It's
mean,
frightening.
it is frightening. And what's her name? The other one, Lauren, had to
You know
take
what, though?
ED 3 times. 3 times.
I almost feel like we have a tendency to kind of let some of that slide because technically there's always a team. You know, it's not just them making the decisions. They have a support system. But even with the orange one, he fired his best support system.
I know.
Replaced them with people that were not even an expert in those given areas that he assigned them to.
With the pillow guy, yeah.
You know, so he not only sucked, but he made sure that everybody around him sucked too. So I do think that's part of what we count on a lot of the time is that there's going to be a good base, but we don't even have that.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly, Sheila. I just want someone who understands and knows the laws of our country and how our Constitution works. It's called basics. Exactly. Just get some basics, but
basic 101.
But also, like I feel like there's a lot lacking when you don't. Anyway, all right. So Marjorie, her latest thing, believes generating electricity from wind turbines and solar panels will result in loss of air conditioning and home appliances. She, and I quote, says, "I like the lights on. I want to stay up later at night. I don't want to have to go to bed when the sun sets."
What's wrong with her?
What?
There's something wrong with her.
So she's against, so she's just saying, it's all about the climate thing, right? So she doesn't want to give up the coal and whatever we are doing, the other energy. She wants it, and so she's going after this idea that, well, you know, you can't run the lights after sunset because there's no sun making the sun.
Just the way her little wheels turn don't make sense. Something's not right.
She needs to, someone needs to take her on a field trip to Arizona where they've got
a field trip. Come on, hon.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Exactly. So, I mean, where she can see all this working, and oh my goodness, they have air conditioning and they stay up late. You know what I'm saying? So she needs a little. Okay. All right. So those, and so, yeah.
See, scroll up. You missed my question there, Deb.
Okay. Let me get that. I was on a rant. Sorry,
That's
guys.
all good.
So do you see it?
I'm looking.
Lisa?
It has stars around it.
Okay. Lisa will find it.
Or will I? Oh, I see it.
Will I? So, and then the other, since I mentioned her name, the news on her is that in her neighborhood, one of her kids were riding, it's like a go-kart, not a go-kart, like a dune buggy thing on their street, and going, you know, speeding up and down the street, and one of the neighbors came up and asked him to slow down. Please slow down. It's dangerous for the kids that are running around, and the kid and her son said, "Fuck you," and just continued to ride. Then went home, and then the dad, Lauren's, and this is a 911 call. If you guys want to hear it, this is all on. There's a 911 call, and then the dad gets in his big old truck and comes down and starts fighting with the neighbors and threatening them. How dare you tell my son to what? Your son is illegally driving a dune buggy up and down the street at high ass speeds. And the Lauren's husband was just,
wow.
Yeah. Of course, you know what the police did?
Nothing. Of course.
Shows
we need to redefine that too. What happened to just, I mean, and there are good cops out there for sure. Absolutely. That are doing their job. And
but it's given up. They just
Yeah. So
check it out.
this is true. So he knocked over the guy who was calling 911, who's on the 911 call. The Lauren's husband ran over his mailbox with his truck.
Wow.
The cops should have been there. I know. It's just crazy. And so when they did come, they just said, "Oh, you guys need to work it out through the neighbor to neighbor."
It's like, this is why you're here.
What?
To bring the peace. Hello.
Peace officers. What happened to that?
Yeah.
And what if that situation got even worse? Right? You tell them they can't go themselves, and this person just, they could be unhinged. We don't know. And
we already know they stockpile in whatever those rifle things are at their house.
Yeah.
And the guy was drunk.
That's scary.
It's scary. You have a drunk guy coming down, knocking over, yelling for his, you know what I mean? And then all those guns up there. You never know. Unhinged people do. Anyway, so that's my little news update.
Thanks.
I was just like, what?
I mean, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
Right, Inade. So yeah, it's a federal offense. There you go, Lisa.
Don't get, as soon as you said mailbox, I got triggered. I started to switch over here because I haven't done that yet. Guys, here's the deal. Where I'm moving at my parents' house, it's kind of on a hill. And when you come around the bend, if you're drinking, if you're speeding, whatever, everybody takes out that freaking mailbox box every time. And not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, somebody's teenage daughter who's learning to drive, I mean, she plowed through it. I think she was texting or something, but her dad came over and was like, we'll help you replace the box, but it gets replaced all the time. So I have a mailbox. I
tell you need a big cement block.
I'm gonna put a big concrete gargoyles on it. It's gonna take out whichever
wire. Yeah.
Lights.
Disco lights.
Disco ball. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, as soon as you said the mailbox thing, I got nervous.
Yeah, you're like, what? All right. So let's go. All right. So we're switching gears a little here. We're going to come back to all the other questions. And they live in Colorado. They don't live in the Springs, but they live in is it Garden? I forget the name, but it's not near here.
Gargoyle with blinking red eyes. Yes, me.
Danger.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, really. All right, Sonja, tell us a little bit about this question we're diving into.
Well, this story's unraveling, and I am particularly interested because I have friends that live south of the border. But Tijuana, I guess there's something going on with the government and the cartel, and they are raising havoc and creating violence. I guess just yesterday, a bus was set on fire, and people have been getting killed, and they're asking people not to come and cross the border. So for all my California peeps, if you like going down, I was about to say down under. I was like, no, that's Australia. Going to Baja. Be mindful right now. Pay attention to all the travel advisories. I don't know. I've heard that there may be other breakouts in other cities. I don't know that for certain, but there's definitely activity going on in Tijuana. And so I just wanted to see what's that look like. Is it going to clear up soon? Because there's a lot of people scared. They're telling people to stay in their homes. So for those people that need to go to work, and there's a lot of people that cross over between the border between Tijuana and San Diego. And so my heart goes out to them because they can't go to work. And yeah, it's not good. This is the first time in a long time that there's been like a big warning.
A lot of people. So for those of you who don't know, we have a lot of people who cross over from Tijuana for work. They cross over the border every morning to go to work. And so that's going to be.
Yeah, it's impacting a lot of people.
All right. So let's take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Debbie, you've got 107 people in here.
It's gone from we got up to 120. It's gone, but that's how it goes. People are flipping back and forth.
They are.
Katie says they have moved from Juarez to Tijuana.
Okay, so it started over there. Okay.
I don't know, Terry, if it's two cartels. I know one specifically, but I don't know if there's another.
I feel like they're. I don't know who is who here because I don't know who works for who, but there's going to be some kind of full-on lockdown of the city. I feel we were going to lose more people in the crossfire, more civilians. But I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of either, I don't know how Mexico works with this, but if they're going to send in some, but see, here's the deal. It would have to be from outside because I feel like there's a lot of, it's enmeshed with the police department there, but they would have to send outside support here.
I know some troops were deployed there. I don't know where they are, if it's the Mexican government or who it is, but I read yesterday some troops were deployed.
Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. And I feel like they're just going to put a full on like martial law lockdown, like no one leave your home until we can get this under control. So I feel there's going to be a little, and I keep getting like civil war, but it's not civil war, but you know what I'm saying? There's going to be other people. Unfortunately, there's going to be more people that get hit in the crossfire here.
I'm with you on the crossfire for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm going to throw some cards too, and I'll pass it on to you guys.
Okay. You want to go, Lisa?
Sure. And piggybacking off the crossfire line that was just said, I did get 3 of Swords. So there is going to be some loss. There's going to be more conflict, more of trying to get a handle on the situation. I did get the Sun. So yay. I do think that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Will it end soon, though? I'm not sure about the soon, but it is going to end. It is going to end. It's going to come to an end. All the troubles there. I did get the Ace of Pentacles, and I got the Page of Pentacles. And there's something very financially driven with this as well. What's going on there.
Yeah.
For,
the cartel.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I got that. And I got the 4 of Pentacles. And, sometimes that's about the healing and everything, or in this card, it's really feeling more about the protection of Tijuana. And I got the 2 of Wands with that too. So in the near future, and this could be the outside source coming in to help with providing that barrier of protection for them. And with the Magician, that's my very last card. I think this is the changes that'll have to be made along the way to make things happen. There's going to be a lot of restructuring, a lot of rebuilding, a lot of reevaluating how things are handled there. And I think procedurally, things are going to change there too, to get to that Sun card that I had. But that's what I have.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have something similar. So I pulled the Emperor, and this is the authority trying to work on the situation. Got the 5 of Cups. So I do see that there's going to be more loss, unfortunately. The Hanged Man, they're looking at all these different scenarios and situations, different things of what to do and how to handle the situation. The Knight of Wands, definitely taking that inspired action to get this resolved, hopefully as quickly as possible. And then I got the Page of Pentacles too. So I feel like there is going to be good news coming, but I think it's going to take time. The base of my deck, I have the Devil. So there's some really, dark, heavy stuff that's happening here. I pulled my little time cards and 3 fell out. So
I can't wait to see.
I got August. So I think immediately they're working on this to take care of it, to kind of stop the violence aspect of it. However, things take time. I also got 6 months from now. So I think this is something that they have to put things into play and
that gives me the chills right now.
Yeah,
I had cards fly out as well.
Did you? Okay. All right. And then I also have In Your Own Time, which fell out. And for that, I feel that whatever that inspired action, whatever step that they take, there's going to be like a few more steps that need to be taken after that. And so this is all in divine timing. I think 6 months is just kind of a reference of getting things fully under control, but it's immediately, I think they're, like Debbie said, they're probably going to close everything down to get a better grip on the situation. Your turn, Debbie.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. Well, I do feel they're going to get a handle on this. I think that they're going for I think they're going to, because I keep seeing this scene over and over again. They keep flashing to me. And I couldn't understand, but I feel like they want to take out the head of the snake head. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to take a minute. But however, so I have roadblock, handcuffs, and the cross. So this has been a burden for a long time, but I do feel like they are coming in to take control of the cartel. I feel like they're going after the head of the snake here with the executioner card here. I feel like they know the playbook here. There's something about they know the playbook. They have some inside scoop here. Anyway, it would take me a minute to really dive in a little deeper on this.
Do you want to? Go for it.
But I'm sensing that they don't have any new things that the cartel doesn't. They know how they operate, so they know how to contain them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like whoever's coming in, the troops coming in or whatever to help, they know the playbook. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like they're gonna something to do with that. Okay, so I feel like so we're racing against time because they know how dangerous this is, right? And in a few days, we're going to see some sort of containment, some sort of, like you said, you were talking about. So you got August, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see them contain the violence. But as far as really settling, I got January.
Wow.
Which is like
6 months from now. Is that right? September. Yeah, about 5 months, but still, it falls within that time range. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, and these flew out, you guys.
Yeah, mine did too.
Yours. So
funny.
Yeah. So this, really cool. But we definitely put that on the prayer list because we want to keep those people safe. And we want this contained and we want it stopped. Like it's like a constant over your head fear constantly down there. The cartel rules and that needs to stop.
Yeah, they're walking on eggshells down there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so are we every time we go down there.
Yeah.
Because because they're enmeshed with the police department, you just never know who's going to pull you over and just want your money or whatever. I mean, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
And all the women going missing. I mean, it's this whole situation that
It's not good.
not good. So time is moving faster, Shay Kitty. We're on a you know, when you watch a video and you can speed it up just a little and it goes, we are on that. We're sped
I feel
up
that for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that all the time.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to keep that on here, Sonja.
Okay.
So we can bring it up during the prayer. All right. So looking back at the questions here. Here we go. Mimi, hello. Mimi is asking, was espionage carried out at the golf tournament at Bedminster between 45 and the Saudis?
I've read on this like 4 times.
Oh, have you?
I don't know if I should just sit this one out. I've done it, I think, with you once or twice, Debbie. I did it with Denise
on it
a couple of times too. So I feel like I might not be able to do this one.
I can't even remember what we.
I remember Denise's for sure. I don't remember what I got with you. I'll throw cards anyway. We'll see.
I feel like I felt a yes with that. Take a look and see with. Honestly, I think anywhere that man went, there was stuff going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, T-Barb.
Right, Wiki. I think you're right.
Mm.
I think I read that too.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's a yes too. I'm getting, of course I get things in symbols, you guys, but I see him like handing him passing a note, like back in school when we sneak our little notes.
Check yes or no.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying yes. Okay, so I need to.
All right, I threw a few deck of character cards, but while I was throwing them, I remembered part of what I got when I was on with Denise, because I remember that we came up with something to the effect of he's really trying to stay relevant and keep his connections open, show that he's a power guy, he can still wheel and deal, all that. Okay, so this is what I'm getting this time around. Unless you guys are ready. Are you guys
No,
ready?
go for it.
Okay. I did get lounge chair, and it was definitely to give the appearance that is a time of leisure, and nothing behind it, right? But right after that card, I got dust and I got island. I think it was a way to isolate the Saudis and really get their attention one-on-one. There's definitely something. Anything he does is there's an ulterior motive to it. I mean, it's not going to be just a tournament. It's something else. There's something else to this. I got the world. I got guitar. I think this is him maintaining his connections overseas as best he can. Because I think even though he's all about America, I think he thinks that he can hedge his bets better elsewhere. That's his comfort zone at this point, I think. I don't think he thinks he can count so much on local things like he used to. I think, and plus he owes them things. And I think there are connections there with things. I got the Grim Reaper. we can call that a shift. Maybe he's trying to change something, correct something that he knows is wrong, but he'll never admit is wrong. It's definitely a safety net somehow.
Okay. Okay.
And then I got tornado and night. So here we go with a little bit more confusion, adding another layer to the multiple layers that are already out there. And he's kind of charging in and trying to make something happen for his benefit, of course. It's not to benefit anybody else. It's something to benefit him. And that reminded me of something else that I drew some cards. I used the Urban Tarot with Denise for one of those questions, and I came up with all this real estate stuff.
Oh,
So
interesting. You said that.
I think there's a lot of real estate based
Oh,
property
interesting.
things with this particular meeting.
Okay. Well, I got something for that too. I think
Right.
so. So I pulled the King of Pentacles with the child. So I feel like this is 45, just that child behavior, but yet was a person in power. I have the stars with the Four of Swords. So with this, I feel that, with the what am I trying to say? Worldwide here, right? The stars represent just things. Stars are everywhere. So it's that connection with the Saudis, I feel. And then with the Four of Swords, I feel like too that, sometimes he just gets, the word that's really sticking out on this is overwhelmed, and he gets himself into these situations that he's just like, it's just above him and over the top, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And then I got the house. That's why I said, Lisa, with the real estate, it's very interesting that you said real estate. So I got the house, which can also represent security, with the Seven of Swords, that spying, scheming. Look at that. So yeah, there was definitely some espionage going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Someone knows about this, though. Someone knows about it. Just want you guys to know. I know that we know about it, but someone more of significance knows about this. It will come out. But I'm getting the same thing. I feel like he was feeling that he needed to make this connection. It was important for him personally, or whatever, his family, his whatever. And he wanted to spark the relationship, right? He wanted to spark it up again, because he felt like maybe it wasn't moving. So he thought, this is a good idea. Let's bring this in and start this up. And here he is. You have him and the Eight of Coins in reverse. So that's him. And he's like, okay, I need to spark this up again. Right. The devil. And so that's what he did. And the outcome here is death. Lisa, you got the Grim Reaper. And I got the death here. And so there's this is a powerful piece that will come back to haunt him. And and this is what I'm looking at here. Whatever he was trying to hide in regards to his connection to world leaders, someone knows about it.
Yeah.
And it's going to come back to haunt him. Is Melania the mole? That's a good question.
Interesting.
Did you get it?
I'm getting a yes on my pendulum, but I'm just going to pull a few cards to see what comes up.
Back it up, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few moles.
45 is now claiming the docs are a client privilege, attorney-client privilege material, and he wants it back. Oh my gosh, can this get any weirder?
What'd you get, Lisa?
I got my weird oval thing.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, mine started off like it looked like it wanted to go no at first, but then it took a while before I got a little bit of a yes. So
I probably just didn't hold up long enough.
so look, it looks like not the mole, right?
Right. I think she
She's
shared
a
certain things.
contributor of something.
Right, but here's the funny thing. I think that she may have contributed without knowing that she contributed in certain ways.
Okay.
So I think that, I don't know, that just came to me. So we'll see.
That's interesting.
Kind of like that line of questioning people can do and runs kind of circles around you. And she's just kind of like,
it's like, wait, 5 minutes before you said you didn't know. What
right.
What did you do? And that could probably be easy to do with her. She's fluent in English, but there is a little bit of a barrier. They could ask her something a certain way and it could trip her up, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like.
Yeah. The context could totally throw her off.
I feel like, okay. I feel like we're kind of, why we're getting kind of all over here. I'm wondering if they're going to start now that they've done this raid, if they're going to start targeting her now for information. And when she feels stuck in there within the target, like, can she say, well, I didn't know there was 18 boxes of stuff here.
I'll tell you what, with her, all they have to do, I believe, is remind her that, all this could affect Baron's lifestyle. She loves her boy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
More than she does 45, I believe.
Oh, so, for sure. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
So if she had to make that choice, without being coerced where it's wrong, sometimes your line of questioning has to be a certain way. You don't want to bully someone into something. You definitely want to lay out there, hey, these are your options right now. You need to think about what you're doing here. So.
Well, and she does have that, like everybody's saying, her Einstein visa. So she's going to, that's just incredible. Okay. Interesting. We'll see. Again. Lisa, let me check my pendulum.
I was wondering if you're going to bring that up. Is it upside down or is it right side up? Which way is it? Well, that's the way it should be, Debbie.
I know, right?
You made your pendulum?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible, Sonja. And I had just used her. I was on with her. We were on with Mark, and I had just used her pendulum the right way up. And then, like 5 minutes later, I'm holding it upside down, trying to do it. I'm looking at it like,
and it's not moving. She's like, she's looking at it, and I look over at her. For some reason, I looked over, and she's holding it, and she's staring at it, and it's upside down. And I'm like, so I go to take it, and I'm like, and I lost it.
And when she takes it out of my hand, I look upset. I'm kind of like,
she's like,
Debbie, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, duh, it's upside down.
I'm crying.
I was in such a zone. I really was. But
I love it.
She was, yeah.
Oh, well. All right. So,
Yeah. I do feel she's gonna give stuff up. That's
yeah, I'll show you what I've got right here.
okay.
I did get the 5 of materials, 5 of pentacles. So, she's experiencing a loss, embarrassment with all of this. She strikes me as someone that's very aware of appearances and the way things look, and things aren't looking so good right now for her family, for her unit. I got the Empress. I got the 7 of Pentacles. I think she is gradually putting the pieces together to where she might be snapping out of it a little bit and realizing the consequences that are ahead.
Ooh, yeah.
Is what I'm getting with those cards. And I got the Hierophant. So, she's learning, guys. I think she's really starting to gradually pick up on what's going on. And, this could be judgment on her, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one I got is the 10 of Inspiration, which is the 10 of Wands. And I think this is, I'm seeing this as everything that she's behind. I think she's behind a lot of stuff, and she's got a lot of information that she's holding regarding a lot of stuff. And I'm not so sure she's not willing to give that up now, which is different than what I've said before, because previously I've actually said I'm not so sure she's going to rat him out, but I think she's willing to make a move. So is she a mole?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
All right. So I got the Emperor with the flower. And I feel like, this is her. The flower here just is kind of like her essence of telling me that this is her. And I got the 6 of Wands with the mirror. So she knows everybody's looking at her, it's like that reflection, self-reflective. I think that she's, like Lisa had mentioned, just kind of starting to look at everything. She's in the public eye here. She's trying to figure out what's the best route for not only her, but for her son as well. And then I have the Knight of Cups with the Cave. And the Knight of Cups, it says following your heart. And I feel like, and I think she has a lot hidden in this cave here. So I feel like a light will be shown on, put it right in there to see what she knows. And, but she's going to follow her heart. She's protective not only of herself, but of her child. And I think she's had enough of this ride.
Yeah. And I'm seeing they're not on the same page. I have the 3 of Coins in reverse with the Lovers. That connection, they're not on the same page. They're not. And there's conflict and fighting. I feel like she's, this is her totally. Knight of Cups in reverse, moody. Moody. So, but that information coming in and bad news and like that, she's going to do, like you said, what will suit her in that moment. So, yeah, she definitely will do what it takes to save herself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So we talked about this at the beginning of the show. So those of you who are coming in, welcome. I know you guys were hanging out with Linda G and Violetta, which we all love so much. So, but welcome. And if you missed the beginning, we had some great discussion. Please check that out. But let's take a look here. Did Russia receive, because we talked about this at length at the beginning, but we didn't read on it. So did Russia receive info on the countries nuclear capabilities? Did that happen? Even though Russia is saying that on their state TV, did it really happen? That's a great question. Let's take a look. No, it's okay, genealogy junkie. It's all good.
You got busted, Carol.
Let's see.
We love you anyway. It's okay.
Okay. Did they receive? Okay. All right. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure that they did.
Yeah.
I don't think they did. I think they're playing this card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pulled the clouds. That it's unclear. There's a lot of confusion around this, and I feel like that. I pulled also the clover, and I feel that with this, that they have like I think they want to kind of put that fear out there. They just want to.
They want to reap chaos.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Like they do when they throw their bots in our in our system.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
The same thing.
And then I have the ring, which is karmic cycle or purpose, and I feel like with this ring that there is a purpose there for them, that they are doing this, that they feel that kind of gives them the upper hand is what I just heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the devil, and I got the 8 of Wands, and I think that's just kind of manipulating the information coming in. Giving it the appearance of one thing or the other. You're talking about the cloudiness. I did get 4 of Cups. That'd be cloud around that.
Yeah.
And then I got the King of Wands, and I got the Magician. And I think they just really want to do whatever they can to show that they're still in power, kind of grasping at straws a little bit with that. But yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that. There was no exchange here. They made this decision based on the opportunity. You know what I mean? Oh, here's an opportunity, but I'm not seeing that they got any cooperation or any collaboration there. You have the 3 of Coins in reverse and the 2 of Wands. They see this as an opportunity moving forward to try to wreak havoc and dishonesty and stuff on. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the 7 of Swords. So they're trying to wreak.
I didn't mean to do that. There. Sorry.
And no worries. And so I just want you to know this is the plus sign in reverse. So they were just trying, just like Lisa was saying with the clouds, and you guys, they're trying to disrupt and bring fear or whatever, chaos to us.
Mm-hmm.
And there you have the world upside down, chaos.
Yeah.
That's their game.
I will be right back.
I got clicky happy.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps with, because I was like, oh my God, that's kind of scary. So I feel like maybe that is a good message for us to kind of release any fear we have in regards to that.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
So all right.
T-Barb said, oh, you pinned it.
I remember the intelligence community had learned their lesson right from the beginning. So I wonder if it was false top secret documents. Oh, interesting, T-Barb. That's an interesting question.
T-Barb.
Yeah, they all work on fear-based energy. Exactly, Tammy. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. They just wanted to wreak chaos and havoc like they like to do, right?
That's what they like to do.
All right. Okay. Be still and know. I love this name. I say it every time I see it. How do these Republicans in Congress spewing nonsense on the right-wing media really feel about 45's guilt? Great question. Craig, that's wonderful. Craig's going back on Dream Detectives on the 16th.
Ooh, Dream Detectives.
Put the channel up, Craig.
Right?
So
Gotta
people
put the
can
link
find
in.
it.
It's on Heart and Soul Connected.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Yeah, put the link in there.
Didn't we read on that like years ago about if the intelligence agencies were feeding him false information? I feel like we read on that years ago, and I feel like it was almost like they weren't giving him the full thing or something. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Okay, Craig says right. Yeah, I think we, but okay, so how do these, okay. Girl.
Oops.
How do they really feel? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just got a quote from, they just gave me a quote from a Christmas family vacation when Chevy Chase and Ruby Sue are looking out the window, and he's like, are you afraid Santa's not going to come? And do you guys remember what she says? She says, I'm shitting bricks. And so that's the quote I got in regards to the Republican Congress right now.
That is funny.
Well, I use the Deca character on this, and it's hilarious. So yeah, the heat has been turned up, and they're dancing. They're dancing around it. It's hot, like hot feet. Like, woo! I gotta move. They're wrestling up how to make a spin on these things. Creating light to poetically come out with something. But this is what's hilarious, because at the base of my deck, I have the devotee to the poop, who is the ruler.
How appropriate.
And they have the watchdog out. And then we got the hot springs right after that. So,
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yep, exactly. Tammy, they're covering their asses.
They are covering their asses.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
They're spinning it around but they're devoted to the poop.
I got the Two of Cups, so the love is still there. It's still there to some extent. I did get the Five of Wands. There's some infighting and some conflict, just not within themselves and within the group. Also, there's conflict there. I got the Eight of Wands, and I got the Five of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of concern, just a skosh, just a little bit, just a skosh, because I got the Four of Wands too, and I think they still think that they are in the know. I think they are on the correct side of everything. But then my last card I got is the Hermit, and this could totally go back to what I was kind of joking about earlier, but not really, where they just feel persecuted, like the martyrs.
Yeah.
Yep.
it's like we're doing our thing and the world does not understand us.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting.
Oh, hi everyone that's just popping in. Hi Pamela. Hugs to you, greeter. I saw you earlier. And okay, so I do see they're disconnecting behind closed doors. Not what we're seeing. They are absolutely like, I'm out, right? But again, they have to spin it. They have to spin it. This is upside down, so they're spinning the narrative to them.
Mm-hmm.
I have backup here with the 3 of coins in reverse. Absolutely not on the same page as he. They're trying to change that and back away in regards. They're trying to save their own future. You have the 3 of wands there. But guess what? The devil. Oh, that's the death card. He has them in his pocket. That's the death card. That's a little bit of a different read, but not much. Because there's a hold there. The death is coming in reverse. So they're like, oof. They see it on the right, but they don't. They're trying to. They see the train's gonna run out of track, and they're like they're resistant to even see the train running out of track. That's what's happening here. Yeah. They're invested, super invested, because of something that they got into before with him. But in reality, they are trying to disconnect from him. And so we're going to go back to here. And eventually, when it comes down to it, they're not going down with the ship. We're going to, let's look at that. When are they going to start turning around their narrative?
Okay.
Because as this story reads, they're behind closed doors. They're not on board with him. When is it going to be when they turn? When are they going to turn? Thank you, Freebird. Pamela says they are, yeah. Okay. Now. Ooh, now? Oh, interesting, Chris. Yeah. Okay. When are they going to?
Chris, you've been on my mind. I hope your brother's doing better. Sending you love.
Okay.
All right. I've got like a quick answer here.
Okay.
I'm getting that things are going to start rolling out in the next 30 days, according to the pendulum.
Okay.
But I threw 3 cards from deck of character, and this is what I got. I got lounge chair, thief, and candle. And my take on that is that I think when they feel comfortable, that their dealings with him that everybody is focusing on will, once it's identified and they can manage to, I guess, negotiate a bit, they'll be more apt to come forward. But I've always kind of felt like, because people have already come forward, it's really contagious. People are getting more comfortable, back to the lounge share, with saying things. And I think now the floodgates are kind of opening up, and we're going to start seeing a lot of more things coming through in the next 30 days, is what I'm feeling.
I get the Two of Pentacles. It's interesting. I had the Two of Pentacles come up as well as the Two of Swords. So I feel like there's this, timing, it feels like, is everything as well, of when they're going to release any information. But I do see that with the Ace of Wands, which looks like that fire card that I had just pulled with the Inferno. Like the heat is turned up right now. So, but with the Six of Cups, I do feel that they will... They're going to share whatever needs to be shared. But right now I pulled the timing card. I have take one day at a time. So I think they're pacing themselves one day at a time to kind of see how things unfold before they really jump into anything. That's what I have.
Okay. You guys, I threw 4 cards. 3 of them are 5s. Literally, I got a 5. So 4 plus 1 is 5 there. Then I threw another one, a 5.
Wow.
And I asked for timing.
Mm-hmm.
But along with it, and this is what I love about my spirit team, they're staying disciplined right now, right? But change is coming. And then I got another 5 here, 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is bringing in, there's conflict. They're in conflict. And this is like an inner conflict. What do I do here? And you guys played out that story really well with what came through for you guys. And then I got September, and that's following along what you got, Lisa, too. And take one day at a time. But by September, we're going to see some movement in narrative here.
And 555 equals change.
555 is change. 5 weeks, September. So
30 days.
30 days. So I feel like we're going to see that change then. So super. So I love when that all comes. Okay. We want to read, before we go to the couch, we want to do one more question. And I feel a lot of people are asking this. So more than one person asked about this. So I thought we'd do this one. And let me find it. And it's in regards to the safe. And I can't find the other questions on this. Maybe I didn't.
Back in a sec. Continue, guys.
So in regards to the safe, is there a specific question we want to look at here with the safe? Right. Spirit whisper. Truth. Truth. So Tina, we're going to do this one last question, and then we're going to the couch. So Chris also asked. I missed that one. Chris, What was the exact question in regards to the safe? I knew I was reading it, but I missed.
What was in it that they seized?
Can you tell me the time on that one?
Let's see. 11:26 my time.
Okay. All right.
What was the safe specific question?
Yes, that's what we're trying to see. And
Okay.
someone
11,
says what
so
was seized inside.
12:26. Oh. Okay, Chris. All right. What did they seize? What are we looking at here? Did Trump have all the stuff in the safe that he uses to manipulate people in the GOP? That's the specific question. Thank you, Chris. And Chris. We have 2 Chris's on this.
It's a Chris fest.
Okay. Gosh.
I have previously read on something like this too, and I remember that one thing I got was that there's something in there that's proof of something he was planning to do. Like it's something that had not quite happened yet. But he had something in there that where there was intent for something else. I don't remember if I was with you for that or if I was with Denise for that. But one of the cards that I threw here reminded me of that. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. But let's see here.
I can share what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have the ghost in the waterfall. And I feel like the ghost is, represents secrets, secrets that are overflowing with information. And I have fire and dumpster. So all the stinky heat and stuff on people and on the people that were doing naughty things. I have the angsty teen and weirdo.
No.
So all the weird misbehavings and so as far as manipulation, I'm going to say yes on that.
Yeah. This is the card that I got that reminded me of the future plan thing. I got house under construction, and I think there's definitely something in there that's kind of a blueprint for something that he had not quite implemented yet, like collateral. Like I'm going to do this later.
Yep.
We just sit on it. I got claw, and I got lasso.
Yep.
I think there's definitely going to be something that's going to lead a trail to other things. And lasso, as in, I think what they find is definitely going to be able to put things in categories a little bit. It'll start making sense with what they find once they get things, I guess, numbered or I don't know. There's something where they'll be able to put a story together, kind of what he's been doing. I got jail cell. That's always exciting when we get that card, right? So I also got ruler, and I got gift. And I don't know if this means that this is, he might have something in there that ties him in with other leaders. mainly Putin. I'm thinking that kind of a thing. A gift to Putin, a gift from Putin to him. There's some. I'm feeling Putin with this. I don't know why, but I am. There's something.
That's so interesting that you say that. Okay.
Okay, and my last one I got was Wild Woman. So I don't know. Maybe. Sometimes I tend to drift into Epstein territory. So
I know. What is? Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm feeling with that. But yeah, that's what I have.
That's true, Ron. Okay, so in regards to the little baby safe, the thing that I found interesting is every time I looked at him, he was like, he would, again, metaphorically, but opening, and he would put a ring on. There was like a little ring, and he'd put the ring on. And then he'd pull out the rest of the papers and all the stuff that was in there. So that ring I was intrigued by the ring. What does the ring symbolize? What does it mean? And then you said gift, and I'm just wondering, because he's looking at it like, so I still am curious about the ring, but when you said gift, I'm like, oh, is there a connection there? Yeah, so I feel like he definitely was holding on to it for holding on to information for a later date to use on people. You have the 3 blackbirds and connection. If that connection was ever lost, if anybody tried to move away from the connection with him, and you have that Lovers in reverse there, that he would be able to. If anybody tried to break away from him, he would have that information to use on them. And here's the information in reverse, right? So he froze it up there for a later time, and that he would bring it out if he needed to. So, and then you have these 3. So, yeah. That's what I'm getting on that. Interesting, right, guys? Yeah. Whoa. 1 ring to bind them. Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. Very interesting. Yeah, well.
It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah. Ringleader. That's a good one too. Ringleader, but just like the mafia, it does remind me kind of the mafia, right?
I'm thinking more Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. The mafia does the whole thing where, like, you kiss their ring. It's like,
right?
Welcome.
Right. Oh, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're one of us now.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So that gives us a little insight there. I'm going to put these away real quick, and we are going to the couch. Going to the couch.
Boop, boop, going to the couch.
Boop, 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 boop. And
Lord of the Flies. Yeah.
Dirty ring around the bathtub. Wayne. Okay. Ooh, my precious. Oh yeah, Murray. Yep, my precious.
My precious.
My precious.
Oh my gosh, you guys do it way better than I do. I'm like, oh, my precious. You guys are like, my precious.
I just got done watching it again.
Oh,
I have
okay.
all 3 of the
oh my gosh,
Lord of the Rings.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking, Judy, too. Godfather ring. Okay, so
Tammy's already at the couch. We need to hurry up. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
is she there?
Yeah, she's there already.
All right. So
I am too.
The power over all. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Laura.
Yep.
All right. So if you haven't, please throw your prayers in so we can throw them in, not throw them in, you know what I mean, link in with them. And Sonja, this was one of the prayers, and this is the violence happening in Tijuana right now. Let's go ahead and pray. We didn't read on this, but let's go ahead and pray for the women in Afghanistan. Okay. Butterflies. Pray for peace in Ukraine, healing for Ukraine, and rebuilding for Ukraine. A couple of people talked about Cash Peters and Ivana's grave, and I know this isn't prayer request, but I find this fascinating. That Cash Peters saw something underneath the casket, a cavity below the casket, and the question is, why do they have a casket when she was cremated? Mm-hmm. All good questions. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on that.
Well, that'd be a good deep dive.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, prayer for my dog. Okay, so Pamela is bringing in gratitude. Oh gosh, I missed a lot. All right, so
are you looking at the starred stuff?
Yep. I'm in there. I just went up. So, healing for the Amen, Terry. Healing for the prison system. Gosh. Prayers for Connie's week. She's a teacher going back to school. Mm-hmm. Prayer for her and all the teachers returning. Prayers for my brother Pat, who has lung cancer and has spread to his kidneys.
I think you missed butterflies are free.
I did hers already.
Oh, did you? Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I missed it.
if you missed it, someone else missed it. So, seeing a new doctor, yeah, it's always animals in Ukraine. Yes, the most benevolent outcome for Ukraine. Amen. Pamela is bringing in gratitude for the prayers answered. Amen.
Amen.
Safe school year. Absolutely. Let's bubble them up. Yeah. Tony praying for the dog sitter who just learned she has a baseball-sized tumor in her breast. She's in her 40s with 2 young children. Her name is Dawn. Okay, prayers for Dawn. Prayers for sister and who had surgery and got COVID. Oof. And you've had, and for you, Rhonda, who dealing with pneumonia. Yes, prayers for all the enlightened to heal, love and light to all. Thank you. All right. Overarching prayer for the world peace and the ability to reduce, to some extent, the climate crisis. Okay, so you can still type in as we go, because I come back to the starred prayers during the week. Okay, so let's go ahead and link in, guys. Taking a couple deep breaths as we link in, and we're linking arms now. Creating that link. And we're circling around, so you can see that there's no end to this. So you can see that no ending link. And you can see just the immense white light of love and healing just between us. It's so, so bright. We can't even, all you can see is that we've lost sight of each other, but we know that we're linked. But between us is that source. And that's where we're stepping in with these prayers. We're stepping into that light together, linked in, stepping in with the prayers, releasing them to source.
Mm.
And we can come back to this link anytime this week. And I do often when I need a link in. And so now we can just step back, take that personal healing as well as we move through this next week. We stand in gratefulness now, gratitude. And so it is.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Powerful.
Yeah, lovely.
Like, where am I? Oh, we're alive. Wow. Okay.
Whew.
So blessings to you as you go move onward with your week. And continue to link in as you need during the week. If you just need to step in, please do. And always. So we will be back. Let's see. Our next time back is. Yep.
Do we do the couch?
No.
Oh, we forgot the couch. I was so into the prayer thing, I totally forgot the couch.
Well, it just hit me all of a sudden. I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, she's switching things up. We're going to do prayers first, then the couch.
Oh, for some reason, that was just the direction that I was being drawn. So maybe
No problem.
That's fine. I
What
think
was
we
it?
we just needed
What
that.
was
Yeah.
the couch?
The couch was about what stories are we creating?
Okay, well, that's something we can send you all with homework. Y'all got homework. And Sonja's
Right
going
on.
to explain your homework.
Oh, I am. Okay. So I'll just quickly share my situation of what happened last night. And I think this will be helpful in figuring out what your story is. I come from a family of warriors and people that, not warriors, worriers.
Thank you for
People, they worry about all these different things and stress. So that's kind of what I inherited, but I'm working and recognizing when it comes up for me. And to give you a good example of this is that I received a text from someone last night regarding a situation. And it got me all freaked out because I was like, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to deal with this. I thought it was an issue and a problem because I only caught a piece of the text. You know how when it shows up on your phone and you just catch a piece of it?
With that subject line. Yeah.
Right. So there was more to it, but I just saw that one part and I was like, it's late at night. I don't want to deal with this because I'm not going to be able to sleep. Well, guess what? I didn't sleep anyhow because I was worried about it. And I started creating all these stories around it. And I woke up this morning all stressed out of my mind. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen. And then this is going to happen. And I knew what I was doing. And I tried to reel it back in. I was like, whoa, Sonja, you're starting to create stuff. Just relax, breathe. But I let it get away from me. Well, after I had my coffee, I said, okay, let me finally look at this text. I look at the text. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was just someone was looking for an answer on something. And now I've created this whole entire story, stressed myself out for no reason. And even if I had just looked at it to deal with the situation in that moment, I could have worked through whatever it was, but I chose not to and create my own story. So the question is, and your homework is, what stories do you create for yourself? And it doesn't have to be stress related. It can be anything that you're creating a story that you need to take a look at and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I create these stories? And why don't I create stories that are going to empower me and make me feel good versus stories that are going to stress me out, and make me crazy?
So so we have this great opportunity when we catch ourselves in these crazy making stories. How do we own it and switch the story to empower us instead of it overpowering us?
Yes.
How do we do that? So the first part of the homework is to catch the stories, because a lot of times it is so natural for us that we don't even know that we're in the story. We don't even know we're doing it. So that'll be great. Let's catch ourselves in that story when we get caught into these things that bring us into that spinning or like that. And then the next thing is, okay, I'm going to change this. So in that, what Sonja, and we're going to use Sonja because she shared her story. Sonja you could have at the moment, even if you only knew that part, broken it down and going, okay, and which you tried to do all night, but you could have done it in the moment and just going, okay, I'm not going to allow this portion to overpower me.
Right.
I'm going to cover it with prayer, or I'm going to put it in this bubble energy and I'm putting it on the shelf for now. And then I'm going to relook at this when I have more time or whatever it is. Don't let it overpower you.
Yeah.
Don't let
and Pamela had a great thing saying with grounding, which is really important. If I would, and it's the middle of the night too. So I'm like tired and I'm just like, but yes, grounding is a great thing to do, is to give it back to Mother Earth, breathing exercises. There's so many different things. But like Terry said, awareness is the first step. You got to know that you're spinning these stories in your mind. And I knew that I was. That's the funny thing. It's like, oh my gosh, Sonja, you're being ridiculous right now. But yeah, my mind, and I was in a weak state and it took over.
We were pitting the same thing.
We clicked at the same time. That was so funny. So ego, identity, and subjectivity and objectivity is a massive project. So big homework assignment.
Yes.
Oh, Suzanne says she has a doctor's note to miss this test.
Oh, okay. Yeah, email that.
we want to see it, Suzanne.
Yeah, we need proof. We need the hard copy.
We need the note from your doctor. So we all do this. It's ironic because this last week had something happen, and it racked me, and I did not sleep. I did the same thing as Sonja, and it racked me. And it was this story that became this story that it just probably wasn't anything. And so, and I'll share what it is. Should I share it?
Yes.
Okay. Super quick, guys. We have new neighbors that moved in. Lovely people. And so we were talking with the mom and the daughter who came out to greet us when we went to the door and I am just so awkward in situation. You guys, I'm super awkward. I'm sure you didn't know that. Anyway, Lisa's like, I am. Anyway, so I'm meeting these new people. I'm super awkward. It's almost like I forget how to talk, and it's just weird. Anyway, so I was feeling that anyways, and feeling kind of defeated in my ability to communicate with the new neighbor. Welcome to the neighborhood. That's all you have to say. I should have just stopped talking at that point. But her little daughter was there. I think she's 6. She's starting school this week. So we got all that information. You know what I mean? We were sharing that and going, oh, good. Like that. And then when it was time to go, it was just like, it's so nice to meet you. And I opened my arm to give a little, side little squeeze to the daughter. Right. And she paused like, who is this woman and why does she want to give me a hug? But you know what I mean? Like that. But in the moment, it was very quick, but I sensed it, I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? She doesn't know me. And so that's what racked my brain all night, I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. And I'm sure like within 2 seconds, like there was, not even a thought on there, but me up all night.
Yeah.
No.
What does your shirt say, Debbie?
Human.
There you go. And that's it. We're human. And it's like, and I know, I know how you feel. It's like we beat ourselves up about certain things, wish we could have done this or done that. And, but we're only human. And you were coming from a place of love, it wasn't anything around that. Yeah. Yeah.
I was, but I feel like it was just really one of those things. And I just thought that was interesting that we both had one of those instances, different stories.
Right.
But, yeah, Viviani, I'm horrible at small talk. Pam had the same experience. Yeah, I'm a hugger, Marie. And so it's just like, it's just so natural to me, but but in general, we're not supposed to do that, I guess. So, boo. But anyway, to Barb, yeah, I have to, but I did, after that night, and I spent some time in meditation and prayer over it and just kind of, released it. But it was a thing, and it was a story that kept me up all night. And it was something that took power over me instead of me taking it and taking power over it, and not to change that story, so to speak.
Give yourself a hug too.
Right.
Give yourself a hug and just, it's okay.
Thank you, Terry. I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, Tony. But yeah, I don't know that they. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even. It could be. Who knows? Anyway, so let's look at our stories this week, and do the homework.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Anyway, and also the story of that of feeling awkward. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? I need to take a look at that as well. So there's stranger danger train. Thanks, Chris.
My stranger danger stuff is always in the reverse, because strangers come to me. So I always feel like I have a tendency to worry about if I'm making everybody else feel awkward, because I get approached a lot. And Debbie knows this now, because she's been around me in person. Like when we go places, people just talk, right? So
yes, they do. They come. It's like she's wearing a sign, and not only it's like they just open up. It's like,
which is cool. I'm fine with it. But I have a tendency to do the whole over calculating with how I'm making other people feel. So that's kind of my.
Can't turn her homework and her printer's down.
Well, her printer's down. Wayne said the dog ate his homework. I don't know, guys.
I don't know. I think everybody sucks. Yeah, you guys are just full of shit in there. Do your homework.
And Earth Mama says she's watching her thoughts and how often she judges. So that's a great one.
Yeah.
Jill doesn't even have a printer.
You don't need one for this homework. There you go.
Right.
Tammy says that happens to her all the time too, Lisa.
Yeah, Tammy and I have the same birthday, so yeah.
Oh, it's a Libra thing.
Lightroom ate my pictures. I love you guys so much. The family here. So Pamela has that headband too. All right, guys. Yeah. Well, keep this in the forefront as we tackle some of the stories we struggle with on a daily. Boxes and boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn says, I struggle with projecting others' opinions of me. Yeah,
Mm.
dive deep with that. It's like, why do you care so much of why
Mhm.
someone, of what someone else thinks?
Mm-hmm.
And really, why isn't it that you really care? The only thing you should really be caring about is what you feel and how you think. Long as you're not hurting others, then that's all that matters is what you think. So explore that a little bit deeper of
Yeah.
what comes up for you on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Tammy says, I'm also awkward like Debbie, so it's not fun. It's not. It's not. It's just like painful. Anyways, yes. Self-love. This is all about part of loving yourself. Chris, thank you.
Oh,
That
okay.
is a big hug. Thank you. If you missed it, go to Chris's and my conversation that we uploaded this week, and it's about self-love. And yeah, check it out, guys. I feel like this really does target in with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so T-Barb, T-Barb figured it out in her 20s. I'm figuring it out now. So you had a head start, T-Barb. Anyways, yeah, hugs all around. So we'll see you all next week. Until then, again, please link in when you need it. It's always there for us.
Mhm.
Blessings to you all, and we'll see you all next time.